Good morning, class. My name is Luke. You can call me Lucky, and today is Tie Tuesday. Let's start off with the tie. I don't have a great name for this tie, as usual. I call this the Energy Blue tie. Yeah. Look, I want to be more concise with my naming. Like, I'd like to call this like the Blue Energy tie. But if I say Blue Energy, then it sounds like Blue Energy, like kind of negative vibes. And this is not a negative tie at all. This is, as a matter of fact, this is probably one of the brightest ties that I own, and it works really well with this like beautiful neon shirt. And I mean, really, I can't think of better names for it. And you're asking too much, right? Because not every tie means like a special name, right? Sometimes the colors just speak for themselves. And yeah, I like this tie. It works really well with blue. And yeah, that's today's tie. If you're looking at this video and you're thinking to yourself, this looks kind of different, it's because I have a new camera. And I'm really happy about this camera because, well, it's a full camcorder. And I've always wanted a camcorder. It has a really nice zoom. I haven't tested the zoom. This is actually the first time that I'm turning this on. I literally just ordered it in the mail. It just got in. I plugged in the battery, I threw in an SD card, and I'm testing this out for the first time. Let's see if that zoom comes in. Oh, you can see the sweat. You can see the sweat. I'm not going to zoom in on that sweat, but it's hot. It is hot. It's hot today. It's like 35 degrees. It's like 100% humidity. That's not what this video is about. This video is not about that. I'm just really excited. Oh man, I always have so many things to talk about, and then when I get inside, it all just falls apart. All of it falls apart. Summer vacation's gonna start soon, and today was the last day of my club activities before summer vacation officially starts. And what that means is a lot of all of the third year students that I have, they are going to stop coming to club activities because they have to focus on their schools. And basically it's a time of change for all the school club activities, including, but not limited to, the student council. Now, I'm not a part of student council. I run the English club in my school, but I really like the student council students. They're really fun. I find that of all the schools that I've been to, the students that I get along with really well are usually student council members. And I think that has to do with them just kind of being go-getters. There's a point that I want to make here. So, we're not supposed to have favorite students for like a multitude of reasons, but I think, I'm not putting words in anyone's mouth here, but every teacher has favorite students. That's just me. We're not allowed to admit it. I'm not admitting it, I'm just saying it out loud. At any rate, there are a set of students that, actually, let me put it like this. I could divide all the students at my school essentially into two groups. There's the students whose names I remember and the students whose names that I don't. And I actually know a fairly healthy amount of students' names. And I'll tell you how I remember those names. Or rather, why I remember those names. The reason I remember those students' names is for one of these few reasons. One, they talk to me first. That's the first one. If they talk to me, I talk to them, I will learn their name. Simple as that. The other one is perhaps they have like a sibling in the school or something, and it's easy to just learn names in pairs. Usually, the students who are very active and participate in my lessons, I will remember their names because they're memorable. They leave a strong impression. When you think, I have a question I need answered, they answer the question, and you go, oh, smart kid, there you go, I'm going to remember their name. And basically the list just goes on in that pattern, in the sense that it's easy to remember students' names if they speak. right? If I wanted to be a bit more broad here, it's the students who take initiative or take action in their day-to-day, in their class, in the halls, in, you know, getting to school early, you know, all the small things, you know, taking up a club activity. To bring these two stories together, now that the student council is coming to an end for this year, they have elected new student council members. After my English club, I was walking I was walking through the hall, and I always pass by the student council room, and I popped my head in, and I saw the old student council members talking to the new student council members, and wouldn't you know it, I know almost all of the new student council members' names already. I already know them. Do you know why that is? It's probably because there is a correlation between students who take initiative and students who achieve good things. Double thumbs up. Like, those students who I saw in the room, I already know, oh, they're going to be great student council members, because these are the students who they study well, they speak a lot, they are practicing, they're really engaged, they have lots of friends. These are the students that, you know, that get elected because they're well connected. And, you know, truthfully, I can't be all that surprised. I think you don't learn that lesson until you're older. Because I think when you're a child, you don't think about it like that. You just do the things that you like to do. When I was a child, I was not engaged at all in school. I was a pretty bad student. That's going to be a recurring theme. But, you know, in high school, I was very active. And I'll talk about that more later. But I was a very active student in high school. And, you know, I wasn't amazing academically, but it got me places. I mean, it got me, you know, good job references. It got me volunteer positions. It got me, you know, good things to put on my resume. Now, not that, you know, your resume means a whole lot in your life, I mean, now, but I mean, when you're a student and when you're, like, you know, applying to schools and you're, like, finding your first job, it makes a difference. And, you know, these things, they compound, they snowball over time, and, you know, this is how people achieve things in life. And, you know, it starts small and they start young, but, you know, I'm glad to see it, and it makes sense. And if I could give any word of advice to anyone, I mean, you know, people in school or not in school, just in life in general, it's, you know, take initiative. Do things. I mean, that's the reason I've been making these videos every week. You know, I've been thinking about that honestly recently. Like, I don't love the quality of these videos, but it's better than nothing. Truly, it's better than nothing. I mean, this is better. This cannot be worse than if I had just stayed silent for the entirety of a year. Like, I can reach my friends, and I can update my friends and my family about my life and my well-being, and project my energy, and talk about what's on my mind. And, you know, these are positive things. And people who take initiative, like, I'm not saying this is gonna get me anywhere, like, you know, career-wise or academically or financially. Like, this is just a thing that happens, and it's good, and this is a hobby, and hobbies are great. And again, I can't reiterate enough how important it is to just do things, just for the sake of doing them even, right? You know, these kids who are in a school club are not thinking about, I mean, they might be, like, doing, like, 5D chess for their future plans, but, like, you know, for the most part, these kids are just, they're doing it because it's fun, right? Or there's, you know, some level of prestige, right? It just makes them feel good. I'm doing this because it makes me feel good. So, do it. There is, I'll talk about this camera. So I'm switching topics here. I'm going to talk about this camera in a little bit, because it has there's one reason why I bought this camera. Because it has one feature that I thought was really, really, really interesting. And I might not use it now, but it'll probably come up soon, and I do. And just as a note, I have plans for summer vacation. I got video ideas that I've been sitting on that I want to do, that I want to just jump straight into the moment I get the chance. I got one more day of school. It's gonna be a great day. I got assigned extra work for like the speech contest that I have to do for like all the schools. Like they're all the schools are meeting together to do a speech contest, and for some reason they just thought, hey, you know who would be a great like MC? Luke. What? Since when? Said who? Look, I'm not complaining, alright? It's fine. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna enjoy it. But like, how did you arrive at that answer? Right? Surely you could have found people more interesting, more well-spoken than me to do this job. And that is kind of the that's the other side of the coin. That's the double-edged sword of taking initiative in your life, is that other people think, oh, that guy, he gets things done, or he's a good guy, he's fun and genki and energetic, and you know, we should make him do extra work. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. Alright, I'm having a good time. That's my end note. I'm having a good time. I got a new camera, I got a nice tie on. I can't ask for much more. I'm having a good time. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.